as it sounded like there was a question. Is this just another thing that I'm doing to get approval from other people?
Right,
Right?
yes.
Okay, so when you think to yourself, is this, or this might be, or this is just another thing that I'm doing in order to get approval from other people, does that move you into a powerful or private state?
I'm definitely in a private state.
Okay, got it. Then we know what about, what is it being legendary, or is it the
What's the thing?
it's the thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
And the thinking is that this is just, may just be the part of you. Another thing I do get approval from other people, and it's moving into a private state. I'm just trying to track the conversation. Shall we have said so far?
Yes.
Okay. So if that thinking is moving you into a private state, what do we know about that thinking?
It's not true.
It's not true. Okay. If it's not true, that this is another thing that you're doing just to get approval from other people, then what must be true? What's the form of the opposite?
I'm doing something for myself, something that I can approve of.
Okay.
By the time I get through it, it'll transform me into that person I want to be.
Okay, now we're starting to get into the evidence for the fact that the new decision is true. But it sounds like if the limiting belief is this is just another thing that I'm doing to get approval from others, then if that's the limiting belief. If the new decision is this is something that I'm doing so that I can approve of myself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so this is something I'm doing so that I can approve of myself. In fact, it's because I approve of myself that I'm making this decision. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so this decision, in and of itself, regardless of what happens later, is actually the beginning of the approval of myself.
Yes.
When I make decisions like this, I actually make these decisions because I approve of myself. So what evidence do you have for the fact that this is true, that this is the decisions that you're making, not because you're wanting to get the approval of others, but because you're already stepping into, just in this decision, without us even getting into coaching or more retreats in the curriculum, what evidence do you have for the fact that this decision that you're making is an indication that you approve of yourself?
I'm already meeting community, I'm already meeting people, and they're bringing me in, they're accepting me.
Okay, got it.
So I met wonderful people, but I met this beautiful couple I've been here, which was totally by chance, but I know God put them in my path.
Yes.
And they're the reason I met this legendary person, Jay. And so, and I'm getting so much love from them. I'm feeling so much love from them.
Got it.
And I just met them.
Okay, got it. So when you're getting this much love from that, and you really met that, does that create a feeling of wantedness or unwantedness?
Consciousness.
Wantedness. So already I'm experiencing wantedness through the decisions that I'm making. Now, if you were making a decision out of a place of seeking other people's approval, would the effect of that decision be feeling wantedness?
No.
No. So now we're starting to see this alignment. Wow, already I made a decision because I approve of myself. It's a sign of self-love and self-approval. It may have been done differently in the past. It may have looked the same, but it came from a different place. And now you're already starting to see the effect of this self-loving decision because you're feeling wantedness from other people. Okay, so how do you feel now?
I'm still scared.
Right. That's okay. The fear is normal. We talked about this. You're stepping into a change in your nervous system that's going to want you to bring you back to fear, bring you back to the unwantedness, bring you back to the people pleasing outside of yourself. But what I want you to do is I want you to use that fear as fuel. That fear is the indication that you are moving in the right direction and that you've made a great decision for yourself. And you're already starting to see the effect and the response from the world around you because you're feeling wanted, not unwanted in all of this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like this is why the community piece is so important because you have to have people around you. You have to have that structure because we're going to feel the fear, but we're going to choose to do it anyway. We don't do it alone, we do it together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Let's give Lydia a round of applause. Go back to the comfort of the unwantedness. You can go back to the comfort but the seeking approval from outside yourself. I like how my friend Paco in AA describes it. He describes those things that we're comfortable with as your warm blanket of shit. And you can wrap yourself up in that warm blanket of shit. You know, the smell is terrible. Doesn't feel good, but it's super familiar. And so what I'm wanting for all of you today is for today to be extremely uncomfortable. That's when we know we're leaving that part of you that no longer belongs on the operating table. Because you think about that moment of Aaron B. Ralston, who I told you about, I'm stuck in a crevice with a pocket. Could you cut your arm? Or do you die? And that's the question for a lot of you in this room today. Because you came here looking for something. I'm pretty sure for a lot of you, the solution showed up. And like, I think it was Alex said yesterday or going on, are you going to jump in the car or not? And you know what? We're going to love you either way. We don't have any judgment around it. We just want to walk as many of you in the promised land as we can. And we know now from 8 years and have done the walk ourselves that this is the way to do it. And experiencing the fear is part of it. So I really want to honor and acknowledge you for being able to step into that. Questions? Coaching, you can't point at people. They have to raise their hand. Yes, thank you. I know you love him and you care about him, but he's got to raise his hand. He's got to do it. So, well, I think there's a hand way back in on the dark side.
They give us paper.
Right there. He's standing up, he's jumping, he's shot, ready to go. I think it's a guy. Lights are so bright. Yeah. Hello? And if you're that, wherever you are, I just don't want to get in trouble. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you just fine. Who are you? I'm Johnny. It's Johnny, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm kind of gonna put myself out there with sharing. Well, so I have a kitchen porn as well, and I've been realizing, not just here but also when I was at home, is that I've been looking for excitement outside of myself. So like seeking thrills. So I'm a family, you know, whatever. I'm family before. Actually, it's not whatever. My wife's here. We have 4 children together, and things get mundane, and I tend to go to dormant. Anyway, one of the realizations that I got was that I generate the rush, but I generate the rush. So I generate the excitement. So what I'm in the middle of is being that. So I realize I'm looking for excitement outside, and I have it inside me the whole time. And I have the ability to get other people excited as well.
Got it. I'm tracking with you.
And so, I'm a DJ, so I have ability to make people dance floors go crazy for music. And I see an opportunity for, okay, let's take the music out of it and Johnny, get people motivated and excited about, I'm from nothing, right? So like you can walk in and talk to a crowd and generate the rush.
We can ask.
I think it's kind of coming to life because I don't know if I want coaching or not, but I know I just wanted to throw it out there because it was something I'm dealing with, and yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your long vote. What do you want?
Like the experience of being alive.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the problem?
Maybe I'm focusing on the problems too much.
Maybe. What else? What do you think is the problem? You want to be alive. Feel alive. That's not how you feel. Sounds like.
I do feel it. I just don't take responsibility for it. Like I kind of give it on something else to give it to me.
Yeah. Aliveness is there, John. It's there. We talked about this on the first day. It's not about trying to figure out how to get that aliveness external. It's about removing what doesn't belong. It's preventing you to feel the aliveness that's there. 30 to 40% of the men in this room are addicted to porn. And about 10 to 20% of the women are. And we're using those things for drugs, or alcohol, or work success, or anger, or worry to feel alive. That's what we're doing, because we've lost the aliveness that's sort of inherent because of all these programs and these limiting beliefs, unmetabolized traumas. And so the aliveness is there. If that's what you want, then we gotta heal what's inside. Because we're just using these temporary dopamine distractions to feel that aliveness. And building more neural pathways that drive us into that. It's not real, but it disconnects us from our family, it disconnects us from our spiritual vision, it disconnects us from money, it disconnects us from health. And it will just continue to build a momentum. It's a neurophysiological phenomenon. It'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, you know, what I hear too is your spiritual vision in it. That's what's so curious about how people structure works, right? Like in the wound is the way. In the problem is actually the path. And so you came in to learn how to be alive, and you've been simulating it. But the simulation becomes exhausting, and it's going to bring you to your knees so that you can really learn what true aliveness is like. Now, most people don't have the awareness that you have. And so that simulation, or that inauthenticity, will drive them towards losing their family, losing their health, doing something stupid, getting in a drunk driving accident, picking up an STD, losing their business. That's what it'll drive them to. So you have this awareness. And I would say, like, I don't know if I need coaching or not, like whether it's with us or someone else. By the end of today, I would be making a decision to address that. Like, I want to be more alive. So go find a place where they teach you how to be alive. And then